and it's been a while since we've done a video. There's been a lot of changes going on. What's happening? What's going on? Anyone's followed us on the social media and newsletters and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, if you haven't, links in the description. Sign up to the newsletter. Anyway, you know what you're supposed to do. A lot of the stuff that's been happening is to do with these two, our third generation of frames. We've got two new disc frames that we've launched. The Palace 3, which is essentially the Palace disc, and the Wheeled, which is our endurance road frame, taking everything that we've got learned from the Pilgrims and updated it with a little bit more of a road twist. Due to ship in March of 2020, so a few weeks away really. When we started developing the Palace disc, we wanted to take everything that was great about the Palace R, geometry, tube set, riding, all that sort of stuff, which is what's got it all the awards and what all our customers have given us feedback of what really works, and take everything that was great about that and sort of transfer it into a disc bike. To do that, it required a full re-engineering of the tube set, which is why the development process was as long as it was. In fact, one second. The frame sets, development frame sets. So, obviously, when we're developing the tube set, obviously we wanted to match the ride characteristics of a caliper bike with a disc bike, which actually meant, despite having not launched a caliper bike, we had to make a caliper frame set. So disc frame set, same tube set, different dropouts. A lot of the work, let me just put this to the side. We'll light that down. A lot of the work on this, on the frame set, factored around the rear end of the bike, which was to take the chainstay that we'd developed for the original Palace R and make it disc brake compatible. I was working with a dropout manufacturer to work out how to integrate a 12mm through axle rear end and flat mount onto the chainstay profile we're working with. A squared off triangle at the rear end going into a slightly taller rectangle at the rear end, dropout end, and then making the depth of that match the dropout, increasing tyre clearance, that sort of thing. So we had to work on tube shaping around the tyre clearance, that sort of stuff. But that actually took quite a few different iterations, and what we can do is take the same shaping profile, so the hydroforming, we've taken that, and then we use different butt lengths across that, depending on whether it needs to be thicker at this end for welding for a disc mount or testing the caliper, and then during the development process riding across both of them with the same wheel sets and that sort of stuff. You can then ensure that the ride characteristics are the same or as close as they possibly can be across a disc frame and a road frame. Super happy with how they ride, how close it is to the caliper bike. Just as a quick aside, what we're actually going to do is an individual video on the Palace 3 and an individual video on the wheel to give a little bit more detail on these. What I'll do now is a little bit of some of the details on the frames. So this is the Palace 3, 27.2 seat post, threaded BB. Probably get that from the other side more. Through axle forks, flat mount. These are currently fitted with a 25C branded tyre, but one that's actually measures 27 across, so you can see the clearance around that. Tapered head tube. One of the differences between these two frames is the Wheeled endurance bike has a 1.5 head tube and the race bike has 1 3/8. There's an FSA off-the-shelf headset that's available for those. Full mudguard compatibility, integrated, dedicated insert at the rear for the mudguard. For the long distance bike packing Audax crowd, there's a mount on the front for dynamo lights. Through axle, rear end. One thing you will notice on the Pilgrims frame, let me just see if I can get it in there. There's a Freudian slip. One thing you do notice on the Wheeled frame, it's not the round seat stays and oval chain stays of the old Pilgrims. It's actually the same tube set shape as the Palace. So if you look across those two frames there, you can see that both of them have flattened chain stays. Both of them have this triangulated seat stays. One thing that we have changed is cable routing. And so I had full external cables, and the Pilgrims and all of our disc frames have all had internal cables. One of the reasons we kind of kept with external cables on the original Palace is it was quite, we wanted to maintain the ability to do your maintenance at home, loop the rear end, rear loop the cable, and also to maintain ease of build. Historically, we've never really found a system that we were happy with to have the ability to lubricate and ease of use. And that's generally primarily down to the fact that the size of the holes has traditionally been quite small, the size of the entryways for frames. The reason we always had full internals on our disc frames is they were generally designed as or with a little bit of off-road, so we had full cable outers. Whereas now we've been able to combine an interrupted cable routing with internal at the front end. Let me explain how we've done that. This is a disc frame, so we've got removable dual cable on one side at the front, removable single cable entry on the other side. The key that we got to was this removable cable port on the down tube. We will probably do a video on how easy this is and how to thread this. You can literally stick a M5 nut on a inner cable, drop it through one end, drop it down, and it will just fall out of the hole. It literally takes 3 minutes to run three inner cables through that, and then from there you can just roll your outers onto that. The other thing we wanted to do was improve our electronic gear compatibility. What we've done is at the rear we have removable cable guides. What we've learned from, apologies for the dirty frame there, test ridden sample. Focus. So removable cable stop on the chain stay. So obviously cable comes out of here, runs to this stop here, and then you've got open inner cable until this stop with mechanical, then from the stop to the rear mech if you're running mechanical. With electronic gearing, obviously you'd be running what are they called? ThinkMan. Your wire cables would be inside the frame, and you just run them straight through, and they'd come out. They come out of that reinforced port there, whip those off, put the M3 nuts back on, and you've got a removable cable stop. This is what it looks like with the cable stop removed, so you just cap that off with Allen keys. That is what we've done with the Gen 3 frames. What else has been happening? I guess one thing that is maybe obvious to people who've watched old videos and new videos, the space. We used to share this office space. Now we've taken over the whole space, so we've got a little bit more room, so we can actually have this set up and do more of these videos. Video photography space is kind of permanently set up. And in a second, I'm going to take you guys downstairs and show you kind of what we've done downstairs, because now it's entirely our space. We've been able to expand our kind of storage room for the demo fleets, improve a workshop area. So if any of you guys want to come and visit and do demo bikes and see what's going on here, you can actually, there's a lot more space, it's a lot more comfortable downstairs. So if you do want to come and test ride a bike and see what's going on here, drop us an email, give us a call. Contact details are down below, and here we are downstairs. As you can see, we've opened up the space quite a bit. Our sample bikes are there. All the wheels for the demo frame sets, which are currently they're all being cleaned or switched around. That'll be the complete bike. So if you come and arrange a demo bike, we take some of the wheels from here, make sure both sizes, if you've got a couple of sizes you want to try, make sure both of those are ready. They'll be waiting for you here. And then you can have a seat, grab a coffee, any sort of adjustments, workshop set up, ready to go. That's probably enough for this video. As I said, we're going to be putting together quite a few more now. We have a dedicated space upstairs. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was insightful in some way. Come and visit us in a new space. It's a lot more set up now, always improving, and there's, pop down, you might see something that we haven't told anybody about yet. No promises, but there's always stuff going on. If you like the videos please do subscribe. This year we will be, we're back on making a bit more video content if that's your thing. So until next time, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you then. Cheers.